Hey guys, welcome to yet another episode of the Hangout with Charles podcast. It's the place for Christ, community, fellowship, and just it's great to be back full time, even on the days when I struggle with what to share. It's your favorite host, Helen Charles, and if this is your first time here, welcome. If you're a returning listener, welcome back. The title of this episode is Navigating Grief. As always, I hope your time here is well spent and you can pick one or two lessons. You can find me on Anchor, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, or Spotify. Just search for Hangout with Charles. Charles is spelled Chels. Now grab your drink of choice, wine, water, tea, and get comfortable. Put in your earpiece and let's dive right in. Grief is an inevitable part of the human experience, and it can arise from the loss of a loved one, a broken relationship, or a significant life change. And the pain of grief it often feels very overwhelming and isolating, like people don't understand what it is that you're going through, and it hits you at the most unexpected times. And it can feel like the air has been sucked out of your chest and you're unable to breathe. I've lost many people along the way. Friends, close family members, grandparents, and even strangers I have met on the streets of the internet. Yet only one person's death has rocked my world in a way that I didn't know how to cope. However, the truth is that we all move on. Or at least we move forward into a semblance of normalcy. We manage to go about our daily activities, work, school, getting married, living our regular lives. Slowly, the people we have lost become memories. If they were good people, we cherish those memories. If not, we tend to let them fade. Moving forward doesn't mean that we forget the pain, or that we stop caring, or that their death doesn't matter. It's just the way of the world. But I think that in moving on or in moving forward, it would always hold space in our heart for the ones we've loved and the ones we've lost. I lost my friend about 10 years ago. A whole decade. It feels very surreal to say that 10 years have passed. People have moved on. Those of us who mourned him together have moved on. We've gotten jobs, married, had kids, and continued our lives. But sometimes the grief hits me unexpectedly. Something someone says or a random memory brings it all back. Sometimes I just visit old social media posts and read what he used to say and do, and I'm transported back in time. I wish I had tangible evidence of our friendship, a picture or something. We just kept postponing it, and that day never came. But I knew that my friend loved me. It was a love that was pure and kind. He never said the words, but I knew it. He showed it in every way. I was the surest daughter money couldn't buy. He would tell me, if I don't take care of you, who will? And I would laugh and say, Dettol advert. I was quite a sickly person in uni. Like, I used to be in the clinic like at least once in a week. It was that bad. And there was never a time that my roommate called him, whether it was in the middle of the night that I got sick or it was during the day. If he was around, he would drop everything, literally everything, to be there for me. I had my childhood back because of him. The innocence I lost, I regained a measure of it with him. I could be me. I could be a child again. I wasn't a child in uni. Maybe I was 15, 16, but definitely not a child. but I could be a child again. I could marvel at the world, experience a sense of wonder, and just be childlike. I didn't know how much I needed to be childlike again, but He allowed me that. And to lose such a person that was a bridge to many people leaves an indelible mark. Time has passed, and with it, the pain has dulled, but we never forget the ones we love. As believers, we don't mourn as those without hope. We know that our loved ones are asleep for a while, and this gives us the courage to face each day. Psalm 34 verse 18 reassures us, the Lord is close to the brokenhearted and saves those who are crushed in spirit. So we know that the Lord sees us during our time of grief. He isn't blind to our pain and is there to provide comfort. Sometimes we don't understand the reason for our loss. We've done all we could do. We have prayed, we have fasted, we have believed, we have prophesied, we have sought help. And while we logically understand that death happens to everyone and that this world is not our final destination and we are only sojourners, it doesn't take away or diminish the pain that death or loss brings. When a person is experiencing loss and navigating the often murky waters of grief, the best comfort we can offer is our presence in prayers. Sometimes just sitting in silence with someone, lending a shoulder to cry on, or helping with everyday tasks is the most supportive thing we can do. If you're unsure how to help, simply ask, how can I help you? Don't try to be a preacher. If you can't mourn with them, be silent. One thing that helps is journaling. Write about the person you have lost, the memories you want to keep, and even your pain, your lack of understanding and confusion. And then bring your pain before God. Bringing your pain before God in honest prayer opens our heart to His healing presence. It allows us to express our sorrow and reaffirm our trust in God. And trust is crucial during a season of loss. Trust that God is present, that He sees our pain, and that He understands. He's there to hold our hands as we journey towards understanding that in everything, God is good. He gives and takes away. Blessed be His holy name. Loss is always difficult to navigate. I'm not sure that in 10 years I have fully unpacked and unraveled the depth of the pain. I think that somehow we just move on because there's that hope, there's that assurance that one day when our time here is done, we would be in heaven. And that's a whole different topic entirely, but really, it's hard to navigate a loss and navigate grief. So let's extend grace to those going through such times. And my prayer is that God's loving arms would wrap around anyone experiencing this difficult season. May your faith remain strong. May you find peace and comfort. And may you be more determined to serve God. You are loved always. Guys, if you made it to the end, you know that you're the real deal. I have a lot going on, work, classes, and life in general. But I'll try my best to show up consistently. It can be hard to show up here. Sometimes I don't want to. But thank you to everybody who has always listened and who keeps listening, and the feedback and all of it. I do not take any of it for granted. Until the next episode, when I come your way, remember that God is in control of everything. He sees and He understands. Bye-bye.